Yo, hello everyone, I am Jack that Jack of Knaves, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So you might be wondering, Jack, you've said time and time again that we're gonna go to Blighttown, but this doesn't appear to be Blighttown. This appears to be the location of Andre the Giant. No, wait, Blacksmith. You would be correct, and we actually have two reasons to be here. The first is we're going to give him that ember we found after beating the Moonlight Butterfly.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
Sure, by all means. I'm not going to use divine weapons, but whatever.
Thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
Great! The other thing we're going to do here is, now that we have all those souls, we're going to buy the Crest of Artorias. So we can open that door that we saw down over there, but not right now. While we're here, let's take a look if we can reinforce our thingy-ma-thing at all. Is that even on here? Reinforce weapon. Where's my scythe? Oh, there it is. Ah, yes. Great. More damage. Always nice. And then we can reinforce a little bit of our armor too if we had Titanite shards.
Don't get yourself not.
Yeah. I am pretty certain that this is going to be our set of armor that we're going to use for this game. Alright, so now I will finally go over to Blighttown, so I will see you over there. Alright, here we are at the door to Blighttown that we opened with the key to Blighttown, and now we shall make our way to Blighttown, which is a place that I really don't want to go to, but we don't really have a choice. Well, technically we do, for reason... there is a back door to Blighttown, but for us it is much more advantageous to do it the correct way, simply because there's a lot of souls that we can gain from doing it the right way. It's just, for reasons that will become obvious soon, Blighttown is kind of a pain in the butt. One for a technical reason, and the other for just the enemies that are within it. But first we got a couple of these big dudes that we are going to kill. They're going to do attacks, or just roar. That is fine too. We want to be a little bit careful as we, ouch, approach here. Ow. Simply because there's an enemy that can hit us at range, and this enemy is actually a particularly bad one if he does hit us. So we need to be careful of that enemy. There we go. Kill that dude. Let's take a quick snack. These dudes will probably be dropping dung pies. Yes! We're picking up their poop. We don't really want to pick up their poop. There's no reason to have it. So there's an enemy. If you see that torch over there, there's an enemy right next to it. You might be able to just barely see him. That's the ranged enemy. That is the world's worst enemy ever in the world of history of ever time has happened. So we need to be very careful. You might have seen, yeah, there's these dart thingies that are now flying at us. Those can be very bad if I don't want to get hit by them. Whoa, I am getting really lucky with this dude. Don't worry, there's plenty of opportunities for me to get hit by these in the future, because there are a ton of these guys within this map. Okay, you might even see it here in a second. Yep, okay. You see that bar that's getting filled up? That is a bar for a toxic buildup. Toxic is a status attribute that is the worst. Focus a little bit. Yeah, toxic is basically poison times 10. Poison is somewhat manageable. You can kind of, take the hit. You're like, alright, well, I'm poisoned. I just need to watch my health for like a few minutes. But otherwise I'll be fine. Toxic is literally, I need to either use all of my Estus right now, or get some moss to cure it, or just die. Those are basically your two options. And even if you use up all your Estus trying to save yourself from toxic, there's still a really good chance you will die. So don't get hit by toxic. It's not good for you. Something you may be thinking to yourself is, wow, Jack, you're so good. You're having such an easy time with this. Well, thank you. I'm a little bit lucky because the Great Scythe is not really a weapon that is available to you at this point in the game. It is by virtue of the fact that we have it, but we knew about it. So keep in mind that as I get through this area could be approximately 20 times harder. There's an item there that I want to get. No! Leader. Don't. Oh, it was like a mid-air intersection. Done. I will get that item in a moment. Now, something that you might be seeing is it's occasionally a little frame ratey around here. And if you're like, Jack, your game's a little frame ratey. I know. I actually don't want to go over there. That's not what I'm thinking of. Blighttown. Ugh, it's so bad. It's really bad. This is why I want to get out of Blighttown as soon as possible. I think mainly what it is there's all these like textures that are just driving the game to a halt, and it's awful. It's really bad. So we're gonna do our best to get out of here as fast as possible, just so we don't have to deal with the frame rate as much. Alright, we actually took a hit there. And two. There, he's dead. Alright, so our bonfire is actually going to be pretty close to here. There's a ladder right here. And if ever you're like, Jack, where are all the ladders? I can't figure out where to go. Look for the torches. The torches will usually designate where there are ladders. So coming up over here, an enemy just fell to his death. We are going to sit at this bonfire. Yay! And then immediately get back up, because we don't actually need it right now. So we're going to go try to get that item again. There's nothing over here. Just grinds it down to a halt in some places. Again, Blighttown, want to get out of it. Don't want to be here as much as possible. I mean, the unfortunate thing is, A, this is still a lot of experience that we need. Not experience of souls. Don't grab me. If ever the enemy... if the enemy is yelling in your face like that, it means that they're going to try to grab you. And the grab does a little... Whoa. Whew. It does a lot of damage if you... Ouch. Let them grab you. So be careful though. And slice. There we go. Ow. Because the weapon is so long, we can actually hit... Ouch. Do you guys mind? There's a guy standing at the bottom of the ladder here. Soul of Lost and Dead. Climb up. Up. What was it saying? Don't get grabbed, it does lots of damage. We're gonna try to get this item. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna do a running jump off of that beam. Alright, you ready? You ready? I hope you're ready. We did it. Yato! Which is like our Uchi Katana, but not as good. Jack, why'd you get that item? You don't need it. No, I don't, but I kind of want it. I like getting all this stuff even if I don't need it. I'm gonna be grabbing basically what will feel like close to every weapon and item that's like on the ground in this game, just by virtue of the fact that I want to have them. I can collect them. Okay, coming up here. Something else that's annoying about Blighttown. These rickety bridges. Yes, they have really rickety bridges that are very annoying to cross. So, let's start our checklist of things that sucks about Blighttown. 1. Enemies that give you a status effect that basically kills you if you get hit by it. These enemies are also ranged, and it's really easy to get the build-up and really hard to block the projectiles if you don't know what you're looking for. 2, these darn dog things. I was gonna get to it. The fire dogs are pains in the butt because you can't hit them ever. 3, frame rate issues. There's so much stuff going on in Blighttown that it just drags the system to a halt. Maybe if I were playing on like a different system, maybe it would be less bad, but it's still horrible. Actually, from what I can understand, the frame rate issues kind of persists in all versions of the game. So it's just all bad in general. 4, treacherous terrain that will probably kill you. It probably will. Just letting you know. You will probably die from it. Alright. Speaking of probably dying from things, let's very carefully get this item and make sure we don't slip off. Pillage to humanity. Okay. Let's very carefully walk back. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna homeward bone. That's how much I don't like this area. I hate it so much that I'm not even gonna walk back. Alright, we are back. Let's go through Blighttown over here. So there's 2 dogs over here. We have to be careful. We also have to be careful because up there you can't really see them, but there's one of those dart gun toxic losers. Okay, over here. Over here, come on. I know you want to murder me, as is the way of Dark Souls. Oh. There's also the enemies up there that might... There we go. I knew you had it in you. Ouch. So much damage. And we didn't die, surprisingly. Yes, we're like 20 feet away from the bonfire and we already have to use an Estus Flask. Because Blighttown. Alright, we're gonna have to be very careful over there, because we're basically gonna have to do everything in our power to just run through this little section to not get hit by the darts. Yeah, you can already see him coming. The other strategy too is not standing still in the same place for too long. Oh, see, we nearly got hit by Gideon. Yep. There we go, we got that guy. Good. Next we need to go... We basically need to kill that guy, the archer dude. There's also a big scary alien thingy. I don't know what that is. To be perfectly honest, if you ask me to tell you what that thing is, that's like crazy freaky, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I have no clue. Alright, there's some dudes down there whom are angry. Of whom are angry. No, I don't think that's a proper usage of whom. Okay, let's not worry about it. We will come down here. There are more dudes who are angry. We'll wait for them to... Oh, hello. You actually got up here pretty quick. Now you're dead. Good job on being the fastest person to die. Alright, climb the ladder, you fools. I don't have forever. These guys are wasting my time. Just climb up the ladder in an orderly fashion so I can kill all of you guys. Slice. Slice! Alright. I'm pretty sure there was one more of you. Oh, no, there's just the 2. Okay. And drop down. Boop. Alright, now we're going to climb up here. And there's a very real chance that we're going to get hit by Toxic just as we climb up this ladder. We'll probably get to the top and he'll shoot us in the chest with his Toxic arrow. And then we will cry openly. Or not. Pay attention. You're a worst sentry. It's your job to guard these people. How can you do that if you can't even guard yourself? Alright. We're gonna come up here. The reason why is because we want to destroy that alien thing because it freaks us out. Also for other reasons that will become apparent very far in the future. Yeah, we're gonna get an item that we will not use except in one very specific instance. But that's fine, because Dark Souls. So the strategy to killing this guy is you just stand here. Yep, you just kind of stand there. Attack him. You don't even get anything much from killing him, and he's a one-time deal. Oh no. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Run away. I didn't really get much of a chance to look at it, but the item that we got is the Flame Within, which basically, it's a pyromancy, which, as you might remember, the guy that we saved that was in the urn was a pyromancer, and basically what it does is it drains our health, but boosts our endurance regeneration rate and our overall damage. So in one very specific boss, it's very useful. He's dead. I actually forgot about him, to be perfectly honest, but now I don't have to worry about him. Oh, yes. I suppose that's something I should have mentioned. The dart gun enemies are one-time spawning enemies, so that's the only saving grace about Blighttown. Eagle Shield is something we're not going to use. At one time it was overpowered, then they nerfed it. Yes, the only saving grace of the dart gun enemies and Blighttown possibly is the fact that those dart gun guys only spawn once. Once you kill them, they're gone, which, if those were respawning enemies, Blighttown would be a exercise in not throwing your controller across the room. Or mouse if you're playing on PC. Slide! Alright, let's see if we can get a little bit farther here. Because I want to not be in Blighttown as much as possible. More of these guys. Dodge roll! Whoa! I want to kill this guy, really. Too bad enemies don't affect each other. That'd be kind of... Don't do the double attack. Thank you. Oh, these guys can apply poison if you're not careful. Or was it bleed? It was poison. These guys can apply poison if you're not careful. Although with those enemies, to be absolutely honest, there's a much higher chance that you'll just get, like, beaten to death than you will to get poisoned. So we're gonna drop down here. Wee thud. And we are going to... we're gonna do it. I gotta get the item. We're gonna drop down here. Wee thud. Whip. We're not gonna use it. As is the case with all these things that we're grabbing. Now we're going to very carefully, very slowly crawl down here and let's put some fall control on, because why not? That would be a reasonable thing to do. And fall. No, 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 no. Oh, God. I saw my life flash before my eyes. And then we're here. Yay. Where's here? Well, you climb up a ladder and then you'd be where that fog door was. Now we're going to come over here and fight these annoying enemies, because it wasn't enough that Blighttown was full of annoying enemies. Now we need even more annoying enemies. Gonna drink some liquid that I would assume would be warm and delicious. Yes, these enemies have like psychic fire attacks that basically, unless you have like a fire defense weapon, they're gonna do tons of damage. Over here we need to be a little bit careful, because there's an enemy. Also, for some reason, I always remember this spot of Blighttown, like this specific area, because one time I was playing Dark Souls. Ow! No, 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 don't toxic me. And my friend, my best friend in fact, was telling me a story that was very amusing. And for whatever reason, I come over here and I always think of his story. Yeah. Now you know. We're gonna come over here and we're probably gonna get toxic more, because Blighttown. But we're going to do our best. Thankfully, if you block the thing, you only get a little bit of toxic. As you saw before, when I took the full hit of it, it's like 2/3 of it. Over here is the wandering set. So basically, interesting thing, if you haven't noticed. No, I think this is actually the first instance of it. You can find enemies that spawn through stuff, because Blighttown. These enemies are annoying, because Blighttown. There we go, finally. You can find the starting sets of things in the world. So we just found the set we started with, and you can find every other starting set in other locations as well. A few of them are a bit more hidden than others, but all of them can be found. And some of them are actually weirdly late game. The knight set, the set that you would start with a knight, is actually really far in the game. Like, you would get it if you decided, like, after you made your character, you're like, man, I really would have wanted to try the, knight armor set. Too bad. You find another armor set, because it's not going to be a while, or it is going to be a while before you can actually get that item set. Okay, over here there's going to be more annoying firebugs, which I suppose is as good a name as any. Oh, one more thing. Well, first, let's very quickly put on the Rusted Iron Ring, because this is why we got the Rusted Iron Ring. This is a swamp. Yes, a swamp. And if we didn't have the Rusted Iron Ring, which is very likely if you're just playing this game for the first time, you would walk very, very, very extremely exceptionally slow in this area. Also, by being in the swamp, just by virtue of standing in it, you get poisoned, because Blighttown. Blighttown. So yes, now we're gonna run over here. We're probably gonna get poisoned. Poison is at least semi-manageable, but still is awful. And then we're gonna come around here and light this bonfire. Ta-da! Then we're gonna sit at it. And then we're gonna reflect on everything that's happened. Oh, or stand up instantly. Okay. Last thing I wanna do. Coming up here is an optional item. We just jumped in here. Whee! It's a chest. Just a chest. We open it up. Yay! And we get Dragon Scale. Dragon Scales are used to upgrade dragon weapons, of which we will not use. If you remember when we fought Havel, the guy that we got the awesome Havel ring from, he has a dragon bone melee weapon, and that is dragon based. So that would be an example of the dragon weapons. But anyway, so that's going to be it for this episode. We managed to get through Blighttown, thankfully all in one episode, because if I had to go more episodes in Blighttown, I might pull my hair out. Trust me, I may have made it look like Blighttown was not all that bad to deal with, but the first couple times you go through Blighttown, it's the worst. You are probably going to die in so many ways. Mainly from poison, especially if you don't know where those poison dart guys are, you're probably going to get poisoned to death. So it's awful. So you can use my video right here as a reference as to what to do in Blighttown. Specifically kill those archer guys until they're dead. Yay! But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so I hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, please consider leaving me a like, because it does help me out a ton. And, as always, stay tuned for more.